Welcome back to my PCPro Testout Certification here. So we're on chapter 13. We just finished this, and it was a pretty long chapter. It had 13 sections, so let's go through what those were. First, we learned good security practices here, how to respond to incidents, physical security, how to deal with things once they're like physically, social engineering, BIOS and UEFI security, how to set BIOS passwords, etc. Malware protection, very important on Windows, Linux, and Mac. Learned how to set firewalls and stuff. Authentication, learned how to make sure password settings were good and manage passwords and stuff. File encryption, learned how to encrypt files so only certain users can see them. Network security, learned about good security practices for your network, firewalls. Learned more in depth about Windows Firewall and how to configure it and exclusions in the firewall to let things pass through it. Learned about proxy servers, where you can specify not to allow certain things on your network. VPNs, simple virtual private networks here, where you can get direct route to where you want to send stuff and send them securely. And learned about security troubleshooting, just how to troubleshoot basic security things. So let's go into some of these labs here. First one we're going to start off with is 13.5.4. We're going to configure the BIOS and UEFI security. So first thing, we need to restart the computer to get into the BIOS. We need to press F2 while it's restarting. There, we're in the BIOS. So now we're going to want to go to security, and we're going to set an admin password. We're going to set this password right here. Okay, admin password set. Now we're going to set a hard disk password. And yes, we do want to erase the drive to have it erase if it is entered incorrectly. And next we're going to do chassis intrusion. So if anyone opens the case, then we are going to know. Okay, let's apply that. Now we're going to enable TPM security. And we're going to save the changes. We've done that. When I'm finished, I'm going to restart the computer. So there we go. And if we score it now, we can see we did it properly. There we go. Perfect lab there. Let's go on to the next one here. Enforced password settings. So this one we're going to basically make it so all passwords have to be a certain length, have to be changed in a certain amount of time, have to be complex passwords that aren't easily guessable. So first one is they must be 10 characters long, so we're going to set the password length to 10. Then they must be changed every 30 days, so the maximum password age needs to be 30 days. They can't be the same as the 4 previous, so we're going to set the password history to 4 to remember the last 4 passwords. They can't be changed for at least 2 days, so we're going to set the minimum age to 2. And they must contain non-alphabetical characters, so that's the password complexity. We're going to enable that. And then next we're going to go to the lockout policy, and we're going to set it to lock after 4 incorrect attempts, so threshold for and we're going to automatically unlock it after 1 hour. There we go. That should be everything for the passwords. So we're going to score that lab. See we did it right. Now let's go to the last lab we're going to show. It is configuring a VPN connection. So we need to go into the exec laptop, which we were already in, and we need to add the VPN connection. So we're going to go to settings, VPN, add a connection. We're going to use Windows built-in. Going to name it Sales VPN. Going to make the server address 198.10.2012. VPN type is going to be secure socket tunneling protocol. And then we're not going to remember the sign-in info. And later it tells us to set the password for this to down here. So we're going to set those now so we don't have to go back and do it later. There we go. Now we can save that. And now what we need to do is go down to adapter options. We're going to go to properties of the Sales VPN. We're going to go to security, and we need to use the EAP. Use that one. There we go, because it's the most secure password authentication protocol. And we're going to set that. And we should be good configuring it. And it does want us to connect to it, so we're going to do that now. It's going to want us to type in the username and password we set. There we go. We're connected to it, so that should be everything in the lab. There we go. We can see we did it all properly. And that's it for this chapter. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.